By the end of this class, you'll be able to use a short story to amplify a teaching point, not distract from it, not perform, not ramble. Useful stories create movement. That's the goal. In this class, we're focusing on storytelling as a teaching tool. We're not covering branding stories or inspirational monologues or entertainment for its own sake. This is about using stories to increase clarity and conviction. If your stories feel flat, perhaps indulgent or unnecessary, this class will fix that. Most people think storytelling is about being interesting. Strong educators use storytelling to make ideas undeniable. A story's job is not to impress, its job is to escort an audience into the lesson. Every effective teaching story aligns three elements: the character, a want, and an obstacle. When these are aligned, the story sharpens the lesson instead of stealing it. So let's get to it. Number one, the character. Who is this about? The character answers one question: who's moving through this moment? See, sometimes the character is your student, perhaps is your client, or sometimes it's even you. You can be the hero. The difference between effective and ineffective storytelling is whether the audience can extract the lesson. Remember this: relatability can amplify impact, but clarity determines success. The want. What's at stake? The want answers this: what does the character deeply want to become or achieve? Not surface level goals. A strong want sounds like this: I want my students to become exceptional storytellers. I want to teach in a way that actually changes behavior. See what I did there? The want often includes both who they want to be and what they want to do. That's where stories gain force. And what I did there is I provided who, me, I want my students, which is you, to be exceptional storytellers. And I want this to be actual change in behavior. So it's a very passionate on both the who and the want, and it has a strong feeling led with not only emotion, but logic. So I combined those two. But here's the third one: the obstacle, the real villain of this particular story. The obstacle is not the market, is not the algorithm, is not other people. The real obstacle is usually an internal belief. Here's an example. I believe in you as a student, as an educator, but believing you're already a great educator and you don't need additional tools, structure, or practice, it's going to be the biggest villain for us. You see, this belief quietly caps growth. That's the villain personified. The moment you expose it, the lesson becomes unavoidable. So here's how stories serve your teaching. And this is my rule: the story must stop the moment the lesson becomes clear. If the story keeps going, it turns into performance. But if it ends too early, it lacks force. See, stories open the door while teaching walks you through it. So this is an exercise for you. Take a lesson you already teach and do the following. Choose the character. This could be, by the way, you, a student, a real client, or an example. And define their want. What do they want to become, fix, or achieve? And lastly, name the obstacle. What belief, habit, or assumption is actually holding them back? Tell the story in 60 seconds or less, then stop. Immediately teach the idea the story sets up. The story opens the door, remember that, and the lesson walks them through it. After the story and lesson, ask the following. Can someone clearly explain the lesson without retelling the story? If the answer is yes, the story supported the teaching. If the answer is no, the story became a distraction. That's the line. Stories serve the lesson, never the other way around. Stories don't create authority. Clarity does. Stories simply help clarity arrive faster. So here are next steps for you. If you haven't watched the session on how to teach one idea in 5 minutes, go watch that next. Remember, storytelling only works when structure comes first, and that's what we cover in that particular lesson. And for those of you who are serious about building a real teaching arsenal, I'm hosting a live webinar here on school on Monday, January 12th at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. We're going to cover why most classes fail, and I'll break this subject down and much more in depth. I'll also work live with our premium and VIP members of the community, and you can see real transformations happen in real time. Can't wait for January 12th. Till next time, God bless you, and I'll see you soon.